Thank you. I'm Mr. Lehner, and welcome back to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. In today's webisode, we're going to take a look at prime factorization using exponents. So it's going to be a little bit different than what we did the day before. Let's take a look. Let's review what prime factorization is. Prime factorization is a product of prime numbers, perhaps with some repetitions, resulting in a desired number. Again, I've listed out some steps here. First, you're going to find the prime factorization of that number that you start with. You're going to write down all the prime factors in order from the least to the greatest. And then lastly, write the prime factorization of that number using exponents if possible. This is going to save you some writing once you get into those big numbers with many factors or prime factors in that number. If I have an example here of 32 and 64, if I was going to solve these using prime factorization, let's take a look at 32. If I break this guy up into 4 times 8, I can then break 4 into 2 times 2. Those are both prime. I can break this up into 2 times 4. That's prime. And the 4 into 2 times 2. That's prime. So if I was finding this prime factorization, I could do 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. We call this expanded form. I just wrote this out in expanded form. Using an exponent, there's 2's, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 2's. So I could simply write the prime factorization as 2 to the 5th power. That's how I just solved my prime factorization. Let's take a look at 64. If I was going to break up 64, I might say to myself, well, I know 8 times 8. 8 times 8 would be 64. I can break that up into 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. I can then break this side up into 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So in expanded form, it would be 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and there's one more, times 2. That's a lot of 2's in there, I know. So if I was using exponents, I can write down 2, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my prime factorization is 2 to the 6th power. Again, we're using what we've already used before, only now we're just adding our exponents here at the top of our numbers. All right. Let's try a couple of examples here. What I want you to do at home, go ahead, take out that paper, take out that pencil. Go ahead and I want you to find the prime factorization of 28 and a 50 using exponents in your answer. Go ahead, pause the video. Let's take a look at 28. If I was breaking up 28, I might break it up into 4 times 7. I can then break up, 7's prime, almost forgot to circle my 7. Break up my 4 into 2 times 2. Those are both prime. Okay, I'm going to write in expanded form first. 2 times 2 times 7 would be my prime factorization. That's right, don't forget the exponents though. So I have 2, and there's 2 of them, so it's 2 to the 2nd power times 7. I just wrote my answer using exponents. That problem is complete. Hopefully you had the same answer. Let's take a look at 50. Okay? If I broke down 50, I might say 5 times 10 is a way to start that one off. And I can break up 10 into 2 times 5. Okay? If I was going to write this out in expanded form, again, from least to greatest, 2 times 5 times 5. That's right, there's 2 5's here, so I can use exponents. 2 times 5 to the 2nd power. We can also call that 5 squared, and that would be my answer for that problem. Again, you may have used a different method in terms of breaking down our numbers, but the prime factorization will be the same for each one of these numbers. Thank you for tuning in to Mr. Lehner's Math Extravaganza. As always, we'll see you next time.